To build a practice that grows beyond you, you need to build a high performance team. If you don't, you'll come up against this invisible ceiling and you'll become totally chained to your practice. Hey there, I'm Tristan Bond, and every day I help practice owners to build high performing teams so they can make this shift from a business that depends on them and really constrains them to a real business that performs whilst freeing them up. So I've just wrapped up this coaching session right now with my private clients, and I wanted to jump on here right away and share this message with you. So I was just talking to Giselle. She's a private client of mine. She's a physiotherapist from Queensland. She's amazing. In the coaching session though, she revealed to me she was struggling with getting her team to fill their books like her. And she made this comment, a comment that I've made personally in the past, and maybe you have too, and it was this: why is it so darn hard to find talented people? Think about that. Why is it so darn hard to find talented people? And you know what? What we discovered, what we uncovered with Giselle's business was that her team, they weren't the real problem. And I'll reveal the real problem and how it relates to you in this video, so make sure you do stick around. So here's what was going on for Giselle in her physio clinic. Her physiotherapists, they were not rebooking the way that she wanted them to. So they've got really quiet books, even though they were actually getting more new patients than she was. Can you relate to that? I think we all can. So Giselle, she hit this ceiling in her business. Her business had become constrained. Think about it. If your team can't fill their books, even when they're getting leads, your business can't grow beyond where it is right now. You know, your revenue might increase, but your profit, it inevitably goes backwards. By the way, if you can relate to any of this, if you feel like you've hit a ceiling in your business or it's too dependent on you, then check out the link above in here and discover the 4 reasons teams underperform and how to fix that inside your practice and how to turn around performance issues. To counter this problem, what was happening was Giselle was seeing more patients herself, so she was working more than ever to make sure she was making more cash flow to help pay the wages of her team who had quiet books. Now, this is a lot more common than you might think. So she hit this ceiling and she was stuck on the patient treadmill just to keep things afloat. And all the while she was thinking if only she could get more talent, more talented people, then things would change. And the thing is, this is actually really common. Now, to hear how to fix this or avoid it entirely and how to build a high-performing team, make sure you check out the link above, and I'll share with you the 4 reasons why teams underperform and what you can do about it in your practice. Back to Giselle. So I asked her 2 questions, and very quickly I discovered the crucial mistake she was making with her team. I wonder if you are as well. I used to do this. So I asked her, do your team actually know what you expect of them with regards to rebooking standards? Do they actually know? And her answer was, well, no. It was all implied and expected, but she had not been specific with that number. Giselle was so frustrated by the lack of rebookings from her team, yet she hadn't been clear with her expectations. It was implied only. So that was the first thing that I uncovered in her business. She was not clear with the outcome expectation. And then number 2, the second question I asked was, have you trained your team, Giselle, in exactly how to achieve their goals? And once again, she hadn't. She'd not trained her team well enough in exactly how to achieve the goals she expected of them. So here we've got this great physiotherapist, Giselle, and she was really frustrated because her team were not rebooking, and she was asking herself, where's all the talent? Where are all the great people that I want to work for me? What's wrong with the young people these days? When the reality was, she'd not been clear with regards to number 1, goal expectations, and number 2, how to actually achieve better results. She made assumptions. She'd assumed that they would perform better without having constant training and management. Now, I know I said this earlier, but if you're still watching this, then you can almost certainly relate to Giselle's situation or something very similar in your practice. Now, if that's you, please check out the link above to learn how to turn your team into high performers. Now, to build a high performance team, the most important place to start is to, number 1, set crystal clear and achievable goals. If there's no clear goal, then your team can't possibly achieve what you want them to. They've been set up to fail from the get-go. And secondly, number 2, you need to train and support your team in how to achieve those goals. If they know what you actually want of them, but they don't know how to do that to your standards, then once again, they've been set up for disappointment. It's like saying, hey, go and bake a cake, and then not giving them a recipe to do that. This is the single biggest mistake we make in practice when training team, making assumptions, assuming people will do things just like us. So what I want you to understand is twofold. Firstly, you need a high-performing team to grow your practice. And secondly, the high performers, They are created, they are not hired. They don't come to you fully packaged, pre-packaged, no matter how much experience or how good they look on paper. High performers are built, they're created. They are built by you as the practice owner. It is your responsibility to do that. Look, I've just detailed the first mistake practice owners make with team. If you want to hear the other 3 reasons why team underperform, please check out the link above and listen to the full episode. You know, even if you did hire a superstar, without a super tight management and training structure, they'll never reach the standards that you need them to. But the good news is this: management and leadership are skills and you can learn them just like Giselle is. So check out the link above and listen to the full episode. Now, I hope this was really helpful. Check out the other 3 lessons. I'm sure you'll be glad that you did.